Hi, it's Delusion Dispeller, and I'm going to talk to you about the last part of these questions that the lady that was viewing my channel has sent me. We were discussing in the last video about how we can avoid becoming prey to narcissists, what the typical prey looks like. I'm going to be posting a link to Sam Vaknin's page, one of his many pages. It talks about the types of victims that fall prey to the narcissist. In my case, the type of victim I was very codependent, but also dependent more than codependent. I needed to rely on somebody to help me through pain, to help me through loss, to help me feel good about myself again, to believe that I had talent and gifts that I could use to make God happy, to make myself happy, to make others happy, to make the narcissist happy. So I basically was kind of what I call a namby-pamby victim. I was somebody that really didn't have a whole lot of backbone at that point. Because when my former friend left me, I guess I had so much wrapped up in what she thought of me that I no longer had that basis to figure out if I was doing right or doing wrong. A lot of times it's a very subtle thing and you don't know what's happening until after it happens. So the narcissist preys on you when you're the most vulnerable. Narcissists portray themselves, as I said before, to be the heroes and the rescuers. They will do anything they can to feel good themselves about who they are and what they do, even though it may be a falsehood about how they feel. How do you avoid becoming a prey to a narcissist? You have to learn what NPD is, the personality disorder. You might want to study traits of psychopaths, traits of sociopaths, serial killers. Do the research. Read up on it. I mean, if you can't handle all the gory details, there are places you can find the research that aren't so graphic. Sam Vaknin's site is an excellent one. Now, a lot of people feel that he's very controversial and we doubt that he's really a narcissist. I really don't know how I feel about it. I do know that his information is extremely accurate, and I never met the man, nor would I want to. He seems to be very good at getting into people's minds and very manipulative. So I would say those are the first two signs of some bit of narcissistic behavior. He has been officially diagnosed according to what he says, so I'm going to assume that he probably has at least the traits, if not being a full-fledged narcissist. I'm looking at my kitty cat here. She's definitely narcissistic. Believe it or not, animals can be pretty narcissistic. And she pretty much uses people for what she can get out of it. Like, she wants attention right now. So, regardless of the fact that I'm busy doing something, she really doesn't care. She just wants attention. It's pretty much how a narcissist is. They don't care that you had plans. Their plans come first. They don't care that you're busy. They want you to drop everything and take care of them. Okay. So how to avoid becoming prey to a narcissist is have a strong backbone, have a self-image, and if you're having trouble with this, go to a support group like Codependents Anonymous, Alcoholics Anonymous. Any of those types of support groups are very helpful. Celebrate Recovery could be helpful. Read the self-help books, definitely. Read the Bible. That's a definite way to find who your identity is, especially who God died for you to know that you are. That you have the authority over your own life, that nobody else deserves to have that authority. What are some of the key phrases I can practice to improve my sense of dignity and integrity? Well, the first key phrases, as I said a moment ago, I would say you would find in the Bible. My beliefs are faith-based, so I guess I would say something like, you can say, greater is he that is in me than he that is in the world, meaning if Jesus is in you, if you have accepted Jesus, he is stronger than those people out there in the world, including the narcissists. So you can resist them. That's another thing. Submit to God, resist the devil, and he will flee from you. These people can be very demonic and definitely are controlled by the devil's tactics of selfishness and greed and falsehood and all the things that narcissism represents. So you could say that. Um, there's always those secular phrases like, every day I am getting better and better. Each day I make good choices. That kind of stuff. If you want to get into the secular end of things, I prefer to say who I am to God, who God's created me to be. I prefer to say that God rejoices and dances over me because he's so in love with me, because that's what the Bible says. So that helps me improve my sense of dignity and integrity. Now, one of the hardest things about Anita being the narcissist was she was a daughter of a pastor, and actually two pastors. Her mother and father were pastors of the church. And being that the case, she was teaching me some of the Bible, her version of it. So after she was done doing what she did to me, I could not pick up a Bible and read it without hearing her condemning voice in there, telling me, no, that's not what that scripture means. It means this, or such, or whatever. So, yeah, that was hard for me. But the key phrases to maintain your, or improve your sense of dignity and integrity are anything that tells you that you are special, unique, important, things that tell you that you can do what you've set out to accomplish and you will succeed at it. So those are important things to say. There's a lot of really good motivational books out there. You just got to be careful, because I personally feel that a lot of them are mixed with some worldly, unhealthy stuff. So, of course, that's just our belief system, but you just really got to keep your guard up. And honestly, when you start seeing red flags, you run at the first sign of one. Unless you have such a close relationship with God that you can trust him to direct you and guide you in the way that you're supposed to go, like I did, then you can weather some of those storms till you find out the truth about the whole matter. But normally, you really just need to run when you see red flags. When you start hearing things that don't add up and don't line up. And there's a saying, if it feels too good to be true, or if it seems too good to be true, it usually is. And with narcissists, I would say that's always the case. If they seem like larger than life and so successful, everybody loves them and admires them, and they're so beautiful, and nobody ever wants to see a flaw in them, then yeah, that's kind of a warning sign that you need to be careful. Just go with your conscience. You've got your, sorry, I'm getting cat hairs in my mouth, with what you know to do. And if you sense that something feels dangerous to you, or that somebody's being too controlling or too manipulative, or wanting too much of your time, or devaluing you too much, or using shame tactics, anything that doesn't feel good to you, and you know in your heart this isn't right, then obviously listen to yourself. Listen to your spirit. Listen to that inner voice that's telling you danger, 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 and then leave if you possibly can safely. So, as far as key phrases go, like I said, Bible verses, motivational speaking, you just need to really guard your heart and stay clear of people that give you an uneasy feeling. If you need me to post any further on this topic, or any of the ones that you mentioned, feel free to write me back, and I'll be happy to cover whatever other bases I might not have covered. If you have questions, ask me the questions. If you have comments, feel free. So, anyway, that concludes the healing after narcissistic abuse. How to avoid becoming a victim. What are victims? How do we attract narcissists to us? How does it affect our mind, etc. So, God bless you. Thank you so much for watching. As always, if you're in an unsafe place, get some help and get out if it's safe to do so. Do not keep the secrets, because it is the things that stay hidden that are the most dangerous. Thank you again for watching the Illusion Dispeller channel. God bless you. Thank you for all your well wishes on my wedding. And we'll talk to you soon. Have a great day.